Okay. Good afternoon, students. So after a sometimes long back, once again we are joining. So I hope you might have celebrated Onam in a very grand manner, mm, even in this COVID period. And today we are going to discuss about the types of entrepreneurs as per your LMS. Generally, we used to call it as classification of entrepreneurs. That is for today's discussion. So be ready for that one. So the attendance in the Google form, you can enter by 3 o'clock, or I will tell by 2:45, you can enter by 3 o'clock. Once again, before 5 o'clock, try to enter that one. Then if anybody is absent, I think you know the new rules about the college. From your department, they might have informed about you. You have to submit the application form through the proper channel. So try to use that one. Okay. These are all the general guidelines because we are following that one. As well as from today onwards, the timing has been revised. They are starting from 2:15 to 3:15, then 3:30 to 4:30. That is the revised timings. Okay, let us move on to the topic. So we have today's topic is about the classification of entrepreneurs. So in the first hour, I am going to tell about what are all the different classifications. Of course, in our LMS, I have given only limited thing because conceptual level that is enough. But as you want to practice as an entrepreneur, you must know what is your classification. That's why in the classroom, we are going to discuss all the type of classification. So first hour, I will tell what are the different classification. From 3:30 to 4:30, be ready. You are going to talk with me. I am going to sleep. You are going to talk with me. I am going to show some of the person's photograph and image. And you are going to tell me about under which classification these persons will come. Some of them are repeated one only, so you don't worry. So that is the plan of action today. So be ready for that one. So small paper, you can note down what are all the different classifications, so that when we are discussing by 3:30 hour, you are able to tell something correctly. I never expect correct answer. You are able to identify the classification. That is my aim, okay? So from the LMS point of view, I think some of you already gone through that one. We are going to discuss the types of entrepreneurs. In LMS, for the purpose of conceptual understanding, I have given only few items because we are going to discuss remaining thing in coming chapters. That is why I have given very limited one as a concept. You must know the concept based upon that one. But in common language, we are having number of classifications of entrepreneur. A particular person may be classified in different segments. That is also important. You can't say that like in pure science, it comes under only one classification. It is not like that. You can classify the entrepreneurs in different methods. That is also possible. Okay. So that is from our LMS point, what we are going to discuss today. And when I gone through the previous class, very interesting one, I asked one question, what type of entrepreneurship? Because previous class, we had discussed different types of ventureship and entrepreneurship. Which ventureship you will prefer? And you have posted nice answers, very good answers. I am able to see in that one. All the answers I am displaying here. You can see that one. Very good answers you have posted. Even in case of professional qualities of the entrepreneurship, you have mentioned clearly. Somebody mentioned domestic entrepreneurship, even electronic entrepreneurship. And you can see that one self-discipline is essential, cultural entrepreneurship, scale-up startup, joint entrepreneurship. You used to mention like McDonald's, then selling your skills, how you can sell the skills. And some of them clearly mentioned the, even though you doesn't know the category, one student clearly mentioned how we can think of a cave and run that one. And some of the students mentioned the social entrepreneurship also. Very nice answers. I hope same thing will continue today. That's what my expectation. Since your view has been turned towards the ventureship, or otherwise we used to call it as entrepreneurship, today we are going to discuss who are you. Be clear. Remember that your mindset is now clear. When you are studying this subject, you are considered as an entrepreneur. After today's class, you are able to define you. Usually in case of any interviews, especially in case of the Civil Service Commission, there is the first question, who are you? Are you able to define you? That will be the first question. Same question I am asking to you. So in the second part, in the style of entrepreneur, you are able to answer. That's what I expect, okay? Because unless you are unable to define yourself, you can't do anything. That is the self-confidence a person is having. That is why in case of civil service examinations, in the interviews of IAS, IPS, they used to ask all those things. Even when I was in the panel, some of the students are finding very difficult to define themselves. When we ask the question, who are you? Are you able to define? There are number of problems faced by the civil aspirants. So same thing should not come to you. You are all postgraduate students. You know about everything. You are having now standardized vision, what you are going to achieve. Okay. So that is the goal from the professionalism side. From the subject side, classification of entrepreneurs. That is why one of the famous management guru, we used to call it as Peter Drucker. He used to mention about the entrepreneur like that. The entrepreneur always searches for change. See, that responds to it and exploits it as an opportunity. So when you are going to identify who are you are going to identify the opportunity among you and outside. If you are able to manage these two things, you are considered as the successful entrepreneur. My dear students, so when you are studying the subject, create your professionalism. That's what in another class we have discussed. In case of business professionalism, we used to call it as dance like Jack Ma, sing like A.R. Rahman. Likewise, these are all the professionalism talent you have to practice. Same thing. Today, entrepreneurs are like that. You have to identify the opportunity. You may have your vision to do something. Somebody clearly mentioned he is going to create a cafe. Somebody mentioned as the social entrepreneur. Today class, we are going to discuss about one of the core social entrepreneur also. How they created, how they identify the opportunities. See that one. That is important. Most of them mention that social entrepreneurs is very tough. We can't gather amount or we can't do any service. All these things, some of them think about that one. But the successful entrepreneurs identified the opportunities and made that one as successful. Same thing. That is why you are studying the classification of entrepreneurship. So at the end, by 4:30, your your answer should be for this question. So I have given the question now itself for the second session. What type of entrepreneur are you? You are able to tell with a single line definition. You can give your brand name, everything, but you should be very clear in your vision. We have discussed the entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is different. Ventureship is different. That is the business. What type of business you are going to engage, how you are going to engage. That is your vision. Now we are going to discuss the mission. There are some difference between vision statement and mission statement. Vision, you are thinking in a long-term strategy. Some of you may have a vision to become a prime minister or the ministers. Within short duration, you may become the ministers. Your mission is how to become the minister. What are all the activities you have to do now? How others should see you. That is important. You may see others in a different manner, but how others are seeing you, that is very important in case of entrepreneur. Let us see the conceptual definitions of all these classifications. Before going to that one, you can see some of the examples of how new type of entrepreneurs are emerging. See that one recently I have gone through one of the news. I hope I already shared with you. One of the two friends joined together. They introduced a safe delivery package recently in case of Bangalore, which is said to be a successful one. During the COVID, what happened? Some of them are staying in home. So within the 1 week of time, they left their home and went to their native place. But their things, belongings are inside the home. They need not wish to return back, especially in case of electronic city and some of the cases. They find it very difficult to pay the rent. They have to pay rent of minimum 15,000, 20,000, 25,000. So that is the problem identified by these two guys. What they created a very big storage. They created in a platform that since there's lockdown is going on, most of them are working from home. You need not worry about staying. You can come one day or send your keys or anything. We will pick up your things from your home and store in a big storage. You can pay the rent for the storage rather than paying for the house. See that one. What is their determination? Most of them are worrying. We are unable to survive during the COVID-19 and lockdown because of work from home. But these two friends joined together and created. Their ventureship is joint venture. But you can see their professionalism, how opportunity has been identified. We have discussed today the Peter Drucker quote. As an entrepreneur, they will focus on the opportunity. So in classification of entrepreneurs, all the classifications are based upon the opportunities only. How you are able to take care of your opportunity. I am using the term take care of your opportunity, not taking your opportunity. It will come. Slowly you have to pick up the opportunity. That is the basic USP of defining an entrepreneur. You can see the another example, Pansa Tako. She is the chief operating officer in Mobivik. 3 years back, she created a digital platform for sending the money. And you can see that one at present she has 120 million users. And she has been recognized as the first woman in India to lead a fintech and payment platform. That is why she has been awarded medal by the President of India, the first woman in India, how they are identifying the opportunity. And actually, she studied the MCA. After completing her studies, she went to work in some of the organization. She identified everybody is paying, but we need a common platform to create a new method of paying. How we can create the OTPs for sending the large money, how we can create a digital securities. That was his mind. She used that opportunity. Now you can see she is a big entrepreneur. She is helping others. And even she is funding other entrepreneurs in fintech platform. Fintech means financial technology platform. That is how she identified the opportunity. So today's discussion, all the classification of the entrepreneurs are based upon how they are identifying the opportunity. Dear students, it is very important thing. In case of UG level, you can simply mention the type of entrepreneurs, etc., etc. But as a postgraduate student, if you want to classify the entrepreneurship, or if you want to define yourself, how you are grabbing the opportunity for that one. You are having the vision. You may have the vision to become the Prime Minister of India. What and how you want to do, how you will grab the opportunity. That should be your mindset. Based upon that, others will recognize you. If you are a social entrepreneur, others will see, oh, this person is doing number of social work. So we can recognize him. You are creating a mission like that to become a mission of becoming the Prime Minister of India. That is the concept here. Based upon that only we can classify every people. Okay. Let us see, here is a classification based upon the types of business. Because they are all grown and they are all already in such type of business. How the business people they are classifying, that is the first one. This is quite simple thing, but it is very hard. Be clear. In conceptual level, you can easily understand the meaning by reading the heading itself: business, entrepreneur, trading, entrepreneur, industrial. But in practical life, this is very, very tough job. If you want to become an business entrepreneur, very tough job. We have discussed the same example of Dosa Wala, that is the Prem Ganapati, on one day. We have discussed. He's a very good example of the business and entrepreneur because his aim is to do business, earn money in any method. That is why he went to Mumbai, he fight among himself, not with others. He worked hard, finally he achieved. That is the business mindset. In case of business, whatever the platform, you want to grab the opportunity. In business, what the Prem Ganapati did, we have discussed the Dosawala. Whatever he is seeing, his mind will change. Whether we can grab the opportunity from that one. When he seen first McDonald, McD saw first time in 1993. By the time he think, oh, in McDonald, these people are coming and growing. What is there? Whether we can create an opportunity by seeing that one, he thought that one. Finally, he created Mexican dosa. See that one. That is the business mindset, how they are creating an opportunity. A business person will have a different type of opportunity. His or her opportunity is to grab ideas in 360-degree vision. We used to call it as 360-degree vision. Whatever he thinks, he used to find out, can we grab some opportunity to create profit and to invest that one? That is important thing. Creating profit is not a big one now. Now they are saying, if you earn profit, whether you are able to invest that profit in your business once again and help others to bring. That is why we call Dosawala as a business entrepreneur. There are a number of persons you can see in personal life. These persons, I know one of my students, when he comes to college by 9 o'clock, he will use his mobile till 8:45. He will send the messages. And by 4:30 and 5 o'clock, when he moves out, he used to be a very, very gratified person. I asked one day, you are very satisfied. Every day I'm seeing what you are doing with your mobile. From 8:45 to 4:30, you won't pick up phone in our college. One day I called us, no sir, morning when I am coming to that one, I am investing around 1,000 rupees in share market. And by 4:30, my broker will sell that share and he will tell me what is the position. See that one. Morning he will invest 1,000 rupees. Sometimes when he return back by 5 o'clock, these 1,000 rupees become 2,000 or some days become 3,000 also. Some cases he may lose. But you can see that one. That is his vision is different to make money and run a business. So his mission of opportunity has been changed. That person is called business entrepreneur. Be clear. So in business entrepreneur, you must be very clear. They will grab the opportunity. In whatever he likes, 360-degree vision, he used to think, then only he is able to grab the opportunity. Another one. In case of trading entrepreneur, you might have seen the eBay founder. Whatever the thing, he used to know how to trade a particular item. Even if a person is having a very old antique or very old product, you can sell in eBay. His mindset has changed like that. He grabbed the opportunity in all the products. You might have seen in eBay, if you are having any product in your home, you are able to sell that one. You may be a seller. Likewise, you may be the buyer. That is how the eBay platform has been introduced. That is the role of Pere. That is why he is called as a trading entrepreneur. Even Alibaba, Jack Ma may be called as trading entrepreneur. They know how to sell the product and buy the product. From that, how we can gain profit. They never tell that I will sell only this product or I will sell this product. It is not like that. In case of the eBay, you can sell any product, provided it should not affect the public and it should go according to the legal rules of our country. That is how the eBay has been created. See that one. So the opportunity identified by the eBay founder is, from the exchange transaction, we can gain profit and it can be utilized. It never means that I will buy some things, I will sell. Only business people will think. Dosawala will think like that. But here the difference is used to find out opportunity to public. Anybody can come to eBay platform and sell your product. Likewise, anybody can come and buy our products. The product is not from eBay. Anybody is having the power. That is how he created a trading platform. Ordinary petty shop owner, we can't say as a trading entrepreneur. He may be called it as business entrepreneur. In case of a grocery store, he won't be called as a trading entrepreneur, even though he is trading. But here it is not like that. Buying, selling, that is the activities of exchange, will take place simultaneously with him. That is the concept of trading entrepreneur. Okay, that is the very good example is Perry from the eBay founder. Next, classification. Under this classification, this thing industrial entrepreneur. Their mindset will be very, very broad one. And they never think in a narrow manner. See that one. They wish to gain the opportunity from their global thinking. Think globally, act locally. That is how the Ratan Tata thinking is coming out. He wished to help everybody, that is one side, but he is also be an entrepreneur. His aim, how to create a big industrial setup, how many people can be benefited because of me. See that one. That is her vision and mission statement. It is not that he has to earn money. He is already having money, lot of money with him. Even then, he is starting business. Why? Because his vision is industrial entrepreneur. He wished to empower number of persons. You might have seen in case of COVID-19 pandemic, how he helped the people. He created lot of business. Even his government, some of the factories has been changed to create this mask, everything, and the ventilators for the COVID patients. That means his mission is to empower a mass number of people. That is why they are called as an industrial entrepreneur. It never means that if you are able to create industry, you are called as industrial entrepreneur. It is not like that. The vision of the person is to empower a mass number of people and everybody should benefit because of that one. That is why in Tata Group, you might have seen everything. Human source management, how they are managing. And their vision will be like that. That is why he used to quote like that. You can see how the Ratan Tata vision is coming out. None can destroy iron, but its own rust can. So these type of entrepreneur are having such type of thinking. They won't give competition to anybody. They won't destroy anybody. If they wish to come down, they have to come down by themselves. Their vision is different. They will identify the opportunity in such a manner that it should benefit to a large and a mass people. That is called industrial entrepreneur. In Ratan Tata, how he identified the opportunity during COVID, how he contributed the manufacturing unit and sent ventilators to number of states. That is why he is considered as an industrial entrepreneur. It is not because of he is having number of industry, TCS, iron and steel. It is not like that. Everywhere he mentioned that because of my business organization, most of them should be benefited. That is a very, very broad mind person. So if you want to grab opportunity, your mission should be like that. Now you may not be. In future, you have to change like that. Corporate entrepreneur. Never assume that corporate entrepreneur means they will aim for only profit. Corporate in the sense, making other business successful as well as making others to join hands with us. That is the corporate style. If you know about any corporate person, ask them. If you're talking with just 5 minutes, he will attract you. You will join hands with them and you both will go. That is the corporate. But unwantedly, they change the meaning nowadays. Corporate style means they will aim for only profit. It is not like that. Dear students, understand the basic concept of corporate styles. You have corporate persons, will join with others and do that one. We have discussed the joint ventureship, joint entrepreneurship. Somebody also mentioned on that day the answer joint ventureship. Here you can see the example of Infosys. I think you know Nandan Nilekani. When he was in Infosys, he was considered as an entrepreneur. He introduced the concept in Infosys. Even after he came out of the Infosys for short duration, he worked for the people for Aadhaar. He joined hands with government and he created opportunity for a number of people in a manner that everything will be benefited to all. In Ratan Tata, the benefits goes to lost people, the mass. But Nandan Nilekani, the profit or any returns will be shared by both. That is why they are called as corporate people. It never means that corporate people, only one person will earn and he used to gain more. It is not like that. Sharing the profit, sharing the responsibility. Their vision will be like that. Based upon that, their mission will be focused in such a manner that join hands with somebody. Here is saying Infosys, when he was in Infosys, he was the co-founder. You might have seen how the Infosys has been developed. He considered every employee equivalent to a stakeholder. That is the thing. Even in case of Flipkart, we discussed the climax scene of the Flipkart to Walmart is on one midnight. How that person converted workers into a stakeholders. That is how he made his workers as crore body within 24 hours time. That's what the Bansals are considered as the corporate people. Here Nandan Nilekani, same thing. He joined hands with government to create Aadhaar. Everybody, when the Aadhaar scheme has been introduced, he has taken the lead role as an entrepreneur and his vision, everybody should benefit with others. That is why he is considered as a corporate people. Join hands, we will enrich both of us. Now he is in the non-board as the chairman. Even then, his role is different. See that one. Dear students, why we are studying? Your opportunity gathering will be like that. When he was in Infosys itself, he can run only Infosys. Why he wished to go to that other Udan schemes? Because he wished to empower others also join hands. That is the corporate style. Never consider everything in a negative style. So this is a very good example of corporate style of entrepreneurs. Next, agriculture entrepreneur. Here you can see the one person, Varun. He created a crow farm. See that one. He joined hands with some of his friends and created a crow farm. That means same thing, getting the vegetables from the market. That means farm to fork. From farming itself, they used to bring and they used to sell. Anybody can sell. They are not called as agricultural entrepreneur, but this person is called as agricultural entrepreneur. The reason why they are called as agricultural entrepreneur means their mission is focused with the agriculture, how they can empower the agriculture. See that one. Normal farmers are not considered as an agriculture entrepreneur. They are not agripreneurs because they are simply cultivating and giving the output to somebody. They are not called as. Here it is not like that. this Varun, his vision is to make and identify opportunity from day-to-day cultivated products. It may be today brinjal, tomorrow tomatoes, whatever it may be. See that one. That is why he is called as agricultural entrepreneur. If he is simply selling agriculture product, he is not an agricultural entrepreneur. He may be a business entrepreneur. But here, he is identifying the opportunities. Who will eat brinjals? Who will eat tomatoes? In case of Bangalore, you might have seen brinjals is very, very famous in Bangalore. Different varieties are there. Who will eat that one? How to market these brinjals today? Identifying the customer is very important thing. That's what we have discussed. The concept of you. Entrepreneurs will think that the person standing in front of you as the customer. Here, he identified the opportunity in all the agricultural product. Agriculture means not only the farming, even the fisheries. It is also coming under agriculture, day-to-day products. Some farmers are working and these people are taking the opportunity. This Varun, what he will do? He not only get the agriculture products from the agriculturist, but he used to provide seeds for cultivation. That is the thing. That is why he is called as an agripreneur. That is two-way channel. This Varun is having the vision to have a grow up of green farm. So what he is doing, he is collecting the seeds of such a good quality and the seeds are given to the farmers. Farmers are cultivating and this person is taking the risk of marketing that one day to day. That is why he is called as an agripreneur. If he is doing only one activity, say for example, he is simply buying whatever the products available with the farmers and selling, he is not an agripreneur because he is taking only one way. Here, Varun is not like that. He wishes to empower the farming activity. How to empower the farming activity? Give them seeds, give them good quality seeds, maybe hybrid variety or organic product. Somebody mentioned from your side, he is ready to do an organic product business. So he decided to have something organic. So give seeds, give fertilizers, biofertilizers, organic one. Let them cultivate. We will take and market. Two-way risk. See that one? That is how you identify the opportunity. You identify the opportunity. First one, in giving the seeds. Which seeds is suitable for this land for cultivation? He knows that one. He is having the linkage with agricultural universities. And he used to visit that one. And this land is suitable for cultivating this crop. He used to identify that one. And identify seeds. He used to procure the seeds. Then what type of manure, fertilizers we have to give them? Give them the fertilizers. Then finally the output. He will sell. He created crow farming even in online. And he identified some of the persons who are all going to work in that one. He is delivering to number of big industries, including Big Basket in Bangalore. Crow Farm is supplying to Big Basket. See that one. How he is identifying the opportunity. From that area only, you have to find out the meaning of agricultural entrepreneur, or we used to call it as agripreneur. His vision, making green environment, organic one. how to do. He has taken the risk. That is why this founder, Varun of Crow Farm, we used to call it as agriculture entrepreneur. Next, retail entrepreneur. You might have known. There are number of retail shops. Even in your nearby home, you can see the retail entrepreneurs. But we are not going to call those person as retail entrepreneur. This person, Kishore Biani, we used to call it as the retail entrepreneur. Why? I think you might have visited the Big Bazaar, Pantaloon. How we can grab the opportunity in selling other products to mass number of people. See that one. In case of Pantaloons or in case of Big Bazaar and all these things, what he is doing, he is procuring from different brands. Reliance Trend is not like that. Reliance Trend is their own product, but Big Bazaar, it is not like that. They can take the risk of procuring means buying the products from others, including self-help group. You might have seen all the products, and he is providing the platform, a retail platform to sell the products to others. That is why he is called as a retail entrepreneur. He can procure all the brands. He never sells that this brand only I will sell. Nothing. If you go to Big Bazaar, you can see any number of brands. Even in case of Pantaloon, any brand. Likewise, even the self-help group, even the people, those who are working below poverty line, they are joining hands with the Big Bazaar now. I came to know that in Kerala, that Kudumbashree, they are joining hands with the Big Bazaar in Palakkad. That is how the Kishore Biani identified the opportunity. Dear students, it is not a retailing unit. Kishore Biani is identifying or grabbing the opportunity by empowering all the sellers and also the buyers by providing a platform to sell the products to the ultimate customers. That is why this person is called as retail entrepreneur. It never means that selling the last product. Because everywhere you are seeing grocery store, they are selling. In business, they used to call it as retail business. But they are not considered as the retail entrepreneur. They are all business entrepreneurs. But Kishore Biani is considered as the retail entrepreneur. Reason, a platform is provided. He is grabbing the opportunity in selling small quantities to the customers. That is the opportunity he is identifying. That is why his business unit is coming under retailership. He may be considered as the retail entrepreneur. So you must know that meaning clearly. Of course, now he is facing number of challenges. It's quite common. When Big Bazaar started its operation, they find it very difficult in Mumbai. You might have seen, if you've gone through the stories of these persons. It is not an easy job because there are severe competition. Among this competition, he has to come forward. He did it. He won that one. Now he is an entrepreneur. He is giving empowerment to more than 2 lakhs people. Next. Coming to the service entrepreneur. I think some of the social work students are also there. I don't know. I heard about this one pumping. This is very famous in case of Punjab, that is I think in Ludhiana. area. What this entrepreneur has taken, he has created an ambulance for pet animals. And even you can design the pet animals like that. His mission is to take care of the animals. Be clear. His vision is different. His vision is to safeguard animals. That is his vision. He entered into the entrepreneurship with a mission that he can get the opportunity of either earning or self-service by providing the services to the pet animals. See that one, you have to think in that angle. Service entrepreneur means you can't say that anybody, even the workshop, they are providing the service. They are not called a service entrepreneur. But this person is considered as a service entrepreneur. Reason, his vision is broad. We have discussed a professional vision, how to safeguard these pet animals. For that, he created a mission. Without earning, he can't run such type of service entrepreneurship. So he created an organization called Pupping and Medical Unit for the pet animals in the home. You can call that van, it will come to your home. In case of Ludhiana in Punjab. And this Harsh Kumar is engaging such a type of entrepreneurship. And he used to serve even designing and makeup for the pet animals also. That is also quite interesting. You can read some of the stories of him. It is very, very interesting. So that is why he is called as the service entrepreneur. He is grabbing the opportunity in service. Be clear, dear students. Of course, our aim should be like that in future. Now you have to earn money. At the end of your earning money, you will consider as service level. Coming to the social entrepreneur. Everybody is having that one. Who are called social entrepreneur? Their vision is to identify the humanity. Be clear. If you are running a society, if you are running a very big customer society in your apartments, you may be secretary of your apartment. You are not called a social entrepreneur. You may run a small organization for helping the people in orphanage, and you are getting more funds from government. You are not called a social entrepreneur. Because your vision is not like that. Here it is not like that. Your social entrepreneur vision is to identify humanity. Be clear. Their mission, I told, entrepreneur is the mission values. Their mission is to grab opportunity from providing humanity. Then only everybody will be satisfied. Dear students, this is very, very important thing. Very good example. I have shown that one. Anybody knows who is this person? Come on. You can unmute and tell me. You must know this person. Come on, any students? What happened? Anybody can, I am not expecting the correct answer. Anybody can tell me. Who is this person? Yes? Anybody recognize this person? Who is this person will be?
Sir, is this Kailash Satyarthi, sir?
Satyarthi.
Yes, good. Who is this person? Answer. Nitesh and others. Huh? Good. See that one. He has been awarded the Nobel Prize. He was from India only. Kailash Satyarthi. His definition of humanity, you have seen that one. Because his vision is like that. Childhood plus freedom is the humanity. He defined humanity. His vision is like that. Everybody can define humanity in different manner. But since he is working for childhood people, he mentioned childhood plus freedom is the humanity. That is the social values he created. That is why Kailash Satyarthi has been called as the social entrepreneur. He won the Nobel Prize along with his Pakistani counterpart in 2014. I had a very good chance to meet him in the same year. If you talk with him, he used to say about the humanity values, how you can create a humanity among them. That is important thing. He grabbed the opportunities in identifying the human values of the childhood. He used to pledge to create a safer India for children. Make India safe for children. He created number of units. Whether he earned or not, that is irrelevant. But you can see his vision is humanitarian vision. His mission is to achieve his vision in such a manner to safeguard the children. For that societal concept, he has taken the risk. He grabbed the opportunity. That is why he is called as the social entrepreneur. He used to tell number of stories how he used to identify the kids. Most of the kids were left in the roadside. He used to tell the stories how he identified. If a kid is having the freedom to speak, he will speak all the things truly because kids won't neglect anything. They are unbiased towards anything. They will speak everything at correct time because they don't know how to make fraud. They does know about the meaning of corruption. They are unbiased. Kids are equivalent to God. That is how he identified the humanitarian values among them. That is why he is called a social entrepreneur. Never think everything in a business motive. That is his mission. So that is the classification. Let us move on to the next classification. Here, we used to classify as first generation, innovation, classical, and inherited entrepreneurs. Let us see one by one who are called first generation entrepreneurs. First generation entrepreneurs, their parent may not be a businessman. Their parents are doing something, but these persons will take the risk of the grabbing opportunity. Very good example, the founder of DMart. You are seeing DMart anywhere in almost all the first level cities and even second level cities in India. The Radhakrishnan Damani. How this person created the opportunity. First time in his family and first time in the society of him, he identified the opportunity of the retail. That is why he is called as the first generation entrepreneur. His parents are entirely different. They never think about doing the business like a very big retail store like DMart. But he identified the new method of business and he has taken his own risk. That is why entrepreneurs are made. Even some of them used to call it as born. But first generation entrepreneurs are made by identifying more opportunities with the help of their own knowledge. Next one is innovative entrepreneurs. They will grab the opportunity on their innovation. See that one. Here is a simple example. The person, a 13-year-old 8th standard student, Namya Joshi, She grabbed the ideas and she created a very good platform, a computer game, Minecraft. See that one. That is his vision. His vision is to entertain everybody with games. His mission, since he is having that mission, he changed his mindset. And his mission is to create a computer game. And she created a Minecraft. A little girl studying just 8th standard. See that one. That is why she is called as an innovative entrepreneur. It is not something invented. She is having the idea to do. Somebody helped here, Satya Nadella. You can see that one. How these persons are identifying. That is the quality of you. She defined herself when she was studying 8th standard. She created her own vision. For that purpose, he creating the mission. His vision is to entertain her own batchmates, even the teachers. If you read the story, you can understand. For that purpose, how to achieve this vision? He created a mission by creating a Minecraft, the computer game. Okay, that is why she is called as an innovative entrepreneur. Then the classical entrepreneur. The classical entrepreneurs, they used to think.
Hello?
Yes,
Hello, sir.
yes.
So, how innovative entrepreneur is different from other entrepreneurs? So, initially you told that entrepreneur should be innovative.
Innovative, yes, yes. They may have to innovation in such a manner that ventureship innovation is your own mind. You may do business in a different manner. That is innovation for your venture. But here the innovation refers to the individual person. Individually, that kid is having the vision. He used to grab the ideas by creating some sort of games. So you have to differentiate between ventureship as well as the entrepreneur. Ventureship, innovation, everybody should have. Without innovation in ventureship, nobody will be coming into the entrepreneurship. So be clear. Because if you are having an idea, it should be an innovative one. Then only it will work out in the ventureship. But here we are studying the individual person style. She is an innovator. She created something newly. Her mindset is in such a manner that her vision is to satisfy everybody. For that vision, he created a mission. So it may be any idea. It may not be an invention. It may be a common one. This computer game, anybody can create. But you can see the vision and mission statement of that kid. That is why we used to call it as innovative entrepreneur. Innovative entrepreneurship is different. All the entrepreneurs, when they entered into their business, they should have some innovative ideas. Then only they are able to survive. That is how you have to differentiate. Okay?
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, good. So, wait, we'll complete with these classical entrepreneurs. After that, we'll have the break. So, here is some classical entrepreneur. Classical entrepreneurs. They are having some sort of classical views. Even it may be in dance. And there are a number of classical dancers are there. They may be very good in some art or something. Their classical values. And their vision is to achieve their classical values. For that, they used to create a mission statement. You can see the Jayanti Rajagopalan. Her vision is different. Her vision is to improve the values of Indian heritage everywhere in India. Here it belongs to Jaipur. Anyhow, There are number of tourist centers, number of Indian heritage centers are there. She wished to give values for all these heritage monuments everywhere. That is her vision. It is not like a tourist. It is not like an gaining amount by conducting tours. Her vision is not like that. Her vision is to protect the heritage movements. Most of the heritage movements, they are dying. How we can improve that value? That is her vision. For that mission, he created the detours India. He created a travel agency, and in the travel agency, she used to create the values for that one. That is her mission statement. Vision is different. This is the personal capacity. Be clear. Dear students, we are discussing the personal capacity. Her vision, how to protect the heritage society, values. For that, he is planning a mission. Why can't we can have a travel agency? It is a business unit. Ventureship is travel agency. He created a detours. Based upon that, he used to organize the tours for the heritage places, and he used to satisfy his vision statement, and he used to contribute the amount from the tourist to the heritage value. See that one, this vision and mission should be satisfied. That is why she is called as the classical entrepreneur. Recently also I came to know that in TV news they mentioned Delhi to London, 15 lakh rupees. They used to charge. You can travel by bus. I don't know when they are going to introduce. In CNBC TV18 they mentioned a group of persons created a detours from Delhi to London for I think 3 months tour in bus. How they are going to manage, I don't know. That is, they mentioned their vision is not to run a tour bus operator from Delhi to London. They wish to know the cultural values of Delhi to London, European culture, Asian culture. They used to mingle. That is their vision. For that purpose, they created a mission, how to run a bus service from Delhi to London. That is their mission. That is why they may be considered as the classical entrepreneur. Most of the dance schools, they are having such type of thing, creating the classical thing. They used to make their dancing in a very big manner. They used to give the values for that one. That is why they are called as the classical entrepreneurs. Okay, we'll stop with that one. We'll continue by 3:30. Meantime, my question for the first hour is, we have discussed one of the Nobel Prize winner today. What is his vision? That is my question. So in the Google form, what you are going to type, your roll number, your name, then you are going to type what is the...
Sorry to interrupt you, sir.
Yes, ma?
Few minutes back, you said that the question was what kind of entrepreneur we want to be. Like
That is by 4:30. At the end of the next round. At the end of 4:30, that is your final answer. Okay? Now for first hour attendance, I am telling. 4:30, that is the question I already told. So now for 2:15 to 3:15 attendance, you are going to find out. You identified one person.
I already submitted the Google.
Yes, that I know. Most of them, no problem, ma. You can submit once again.
Okay.
No problem. Okay, we'll have a break. We'll meet again once again by 3:30. Okay, bye.
Hello, sir. Hello.
Yes.
Sir, can you repeat the question? I had network problems.
Today's discussion, we discussed about one of the Nobel Prize winners for the peace from India.
Yes, sir.
Who is the person? What is the value created by him?
Oh,
Okay.
okay, sir. So in the Google form, we have to write down
Yes,
the-
Google form.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.